Hi guys, this is Carl from Comic Culture and the Game Store in Lincoln in England, and today I've just opened a box of the new Star Wars Destiny set, Empire at War. Empire at War? Empire of War. Empire at War. And rather than open each booster individually and make you wait 20 minutes to see what I got, I thought I'd just take you through all the cards individually. Should save you a few minutes, and I'll do the legendaries first, so once you've seen those you can probably stop watching after 2 minutes anyway. Okay. First legendary I got was the T7 Iron Disruptor Rifle. It's a 5 cost weapon. That's a very expensive weapon. You need a red character to be able to play it. Obviously you need a red character to put it in your deck in the first place. The action you can use on it is to discard a card from your hand to turn this die to the side that has a value 1 higher. So effectively you can keep discarding cards as actions to make the dice higher. It seems okay. It's 5. That's a lot of points to put into anything. You're probably going to need quite a bit of resource gathering to be able to do that. Okay, next one is Ahsoka Tano. She is a light side, i.e. a hero character. Blue character, of course. After you activate this character for the first time each round, you may spend resources equal to the number of dice you just rolled to ready her. Readying characters, I think, is really strong. Okay, she's got 11 health for 13 or 17 points in the elite. Anything that allows you to ready a character, to me, is very, very big. You know, very big, as the American president might say. Bigger than big. Samuel L. Jackson. The card's actually called Master of the Council, but I think everybody's just going to call it Samuel L. Jackson. It's a 4-cost blue upgrade for heroes. Quite a bit of melee damage pluses on it. The special's really nice. It's another ready character thing. Exhaust this upgrade and spend 2 resources to ready a character. Now, if that upgrade is on a character and you've already tapped the character, the upgrade is not tapped. So you can use it on the character that it's on to ready him again, do it all over again. Okay? That seems pretty strong. It's for, you know, expensive stuff. I like it. Sabine Wren, another hero, character, yellow this time. Before you activate this character, you may play a weapon from your discard pile on her, decreasing its cost by 1, if it has the word thermal in its title. So let's say you've had a thermal detonator, you've played it, it's blown up, it's dealt its damage, it's gone in the discard pile. She allows you to get it back. She loves the explosives. K2SO, okay, famous from the film. I imagine everybody recognise him. I'm sure if you're a Star Wars fan, you've been watching the films. Now, he's got a downside. The cost to play a weapon on this character is increased by 2. However, after you play or move a weapon onto this character the first time each game, you ready him. So you can activate him, use him, get his dice back, play a weapon onto him, or move a weapon onto him. You know, if you've got an ability to move a weapon around, he readies. And of course the weapon will then get rolled in when you activate him. It's once per game. He seems quite interesting. Yeah, I quite like him. I think he's okay. Thrawn, Master Strategist. This guy is a villain. You can tell he's a villain. Look at the way he's standing. He looks like he's about to give out an evil laugh. After you activate this character, you may choose a number, then look at an opponent's hand and discard a card from it that costs the chosen number. Really good. You know, just activate it. It doesn't cost an action. Very efficient. There's plenty of ways of looking at your opponent's hand, so he should be really strong. His dice face aren't brilliant, but I think as part of a team that's based around him. I mean, he's got, you know, the ability to change dice faces, so I think that's pretty good. Okay, now let's go on to the rares. So most of you will have switched off at this point. Quinlan Voss, villain, blue character, deal damage to an opponent's character equal to the number of cards in your hand more than the number of cards in their hand. So if you've got 4 cards, let's say, and they've got 1 card, you do 3 damage. It's okay. It's not brilliant, it's okay. Magna Guard. Before this character will be defeated by damage, instead defeat it after this round ends. He's hard to kill. First time you kill him in a turn, he survives till the end of the round. So if you can get damage on him, if you can soak up damage on him, he's just going to keep going. I can see him being really annoying. He's 9 points for 8. He's not unique, so you can have multiples in a team. I think that's pretty good. General Hux. He's a villain. Red villain, play a red event from your hand, decreasing its cost by 1 for each character you have. So, you know, you could have 3 or, well, probably 3 cost events that are red for free. Obviously, you've got to build a team around him, but, you know, you start with him. He seems reasonable. Cable launcher. Choose a character, remove one of its character dice, or spend one resource to remove two of its character dice if you get the special. And there are two special faces. This is going to be a really, really annoying card. I think I'll put that in my deck first. Mortar gun. Spend two resources, remove this die showing range damage to deal that damage to each of your opponent's characters. Okay, it's a mortar gun. It deals damage to everybody on their side. That seems pretty good. It's 3, you know, you've got, so long as you've got the resources, and yellow, often you can build teams that are very good at keeping hold of resources. You can, you know, splat all of their team at once. Bosk. Villain, yellow guy. After you activate this character, you may move one damage from an opponent's character to another character. Really nice. Ignores shields, so they've got a character that's almost dead that's got 3 shields on them. You say, okay, I'll take that damage off that guy and put it on this guy, put it on your other guy instead. That seems really strong. Okay, LL30 blaster pistol. It's got ambush and redeploy. Ambush is really nice, redeploy is really nice. And then it's got special ability to turn one of your dice to a side showing range damage. Really nice. What's not to like for 2? I think that's a pretty good card actually. Servants of the Dark Side. It's a 7 cost character. 8 cost character with 7 health. But before one of your other blue characters is defeated, you may move an upgrade from it to this character. So when your other guy is about to die, he's got an upgrade on him that's not got redeploy on it. You can move it to him anyway. You know, it basically gives an extra bit of equipment redeploy. Reasonable. He's got 3 melee damage for 1 resource. Bit generic maybe. Temptation. It's a blue villain upgrade ability. Choose an opponent. That opponent may draw 2 cards. If they do, you gain 2 resources. If they do not, you draw 2 cards. That's obviously the special ability. That seems really nice. 2 specials. That's very playable. It only costs 1. Probe Droid. It's a support. Okay, supports have had a bit of love in this one. It's got ambush. Really nice, because one of the problems with support is they're not very action efficient. It only costs 1. Look at 2 random cards in opponent's hand and discard any of those cards that are events if you get the special. Only 1 in 6 chance, and it has got 2 blank faces, but still, for 1 with ambush, it's barely costing you anything. Okay, now we get onto the hero cards. Y-Wing. Another support, another vehicle, 2 specials on it this time, and the special is force an opponent to deal damage to their characters, distributed as they wish, or lose resources until they have dealt and lost a combined total of 4. Okay, they got no resources, they've got to deal 4 damage to their guys. It's either way, it's a tough choice for them. It costs 3, but I actually think that's pretty interesting. And it's got 2 disrupt on it as well. So, you know, if you get the disrupt, you're making them lose 2 resources anyway. Disrupt denial, resource denial using disrupt is, I think, quite strong. Exhaust a support or draw 2 cards. It's a T47 airspeeder. It's another support. You can see there's quite a bit of support in this set. What's not to like about drawing 2 cards? If they're not playing support, then you get to draw 2 cards. If they are playing support and it's a good one, you get to exhaust it so they can't use it. Here's a blue upgrade, hero upgrade ability. Give each of your characters 1 shield with a special, and you know you can change the. It's got 2 faces that allow you to change the face of the dice. Seems okay. Training remote. It's a 1 cost support. Okay, so not very action efficient, but it's cheap. You may resolve the modify sides of this die to modify any symbol on one of your blue character dice. So it's quite specific. It's got to be a blue character die, but it's got 3 generic +1s and a +2, which costs 1 resource. That could actually be quite good for just boosting your damage, boosting your discard, boosting your disrupt, etc. Could be interesting. Only costs 1. It's not unique as well. Ezra Bridger. This guy is yellow, but he's got a touch of the force about him. He's a force-sensitive thief. He's a hero. You may play blue upgrades on him, hence the force sensitivity. And his special is you take a resource from an opponent. Nice. Resource denial. It's good. A280 blaster rifle. It's got redeploy, so that's good. It costs 2. And if you get the special, you give 2 shields to your characters distributed as you wish. So it's got a bit of offense and a bit of defense in it as well. Okay. Another hero, General Recon. He's a unique character. He's a defensive mastermind. After you activate this character, you may discard a card from the top of an opponent's deck for each of your other characters with 1 or more shields. So he's sort of mill in a shield-based team. interesting. I think you probably have to build a team around his ability to make it worthwhile. You need to be making sure that you're generating lots of shields. I mean, he's got 2 shield faces on him anyway. And you've got to have a reason to want to make your opponent discard. Obviously, having cards discarded off the top of your deck is a bit annoying, but it's not going to win you the game unless you can mill your opponent out with it. Here's Mr. Generic Wookiee. He's Chewie's mate. He's got 2 damage, he's got 3 damage, he's got a discard, he's got a shield, and he's got a resource. The damage does cost, but he's got 10 health for 9, so he's pretty sturdy, let's put it that way. Rookie Pilot, red hero character. After you activate this character, you may reroll one of your vehicle dice. Okay, you roll a vehicle dice in, you've not done very well out of it, you get a free reroll. Doesn't cost you an action, it's efficient. Okay, 7 health for 7. Canon Jarrus. He's a Rebel Jedi. Before you take an action, you may resolve one of this die. Okay? If you've got 2 dice on him, then anytime you take another action, you can... So you activate him first, let's say. Then is your next action, you activate someone else, but before you do that, you get to resolve one of these dice. You play an event, but before you do that, you get to resolve one of his dice. Okay? I think that's pretty nice, actually. He's 10 for 10. Or 13 if you play him Elite, which is obviously you're probably going to want to play him Elite. I think that's quite an interesting ability. Got a bit of a mixture on him, which I don't like. He's got ranged and melee damage, which is never ideal, but yeah, I think he's okay. Natural Pilot, it's a 4-cost upgrade ability, red. After you activate, attach character may ready a vehicle. Now, I love readying. It's got some big numbers on the dice. Everything's a 2 or a 3, apart from obviously the blank. I think that's quite playable, obviously, in a vehicle deck, and that one's neutral, so you can put it in any team. League by Example, another neutral. After you activate attached character, you may activate one of your supports. Again, action efficiency, it's got some plus damage, you know, it's got some face changing. Yeah, seems okay, and you can put it on literally anybody. Okay, obviously you want to put it in a deck with supports. Extortion, yellow character only, another neutral, it's only 1 cost. Choose an opponent. If you have more dice showing range damage than that opponent, take a resource from them. So I've got more guns than you, I'm going to steal you. So obviously ideal in a pure range damage deck. Stealing resources, that's the special, by the way. Of course, it's not just a generic action, but he has got it's got 2 specials on the upgrade, and it only costs 1 to play. So I quite like that. It can pretty much pay for itself on the first turn in the right deck. Here's quite a big hefty weapon. It's a 3-cost BD1, I think that is, Cutter Vibro Axe. Before this die deals damage to a character, you remove all shields from that character. Now against certain teams, that's going to be absolutely rock. You know, people who just turtle up, put a load of shields on their guys, that's going to stop them. Psychometry, it's a 3-cost upgrade, only playable on blue characters, neutral again. Draw cards equal to the value shown on an equipment or weapon die, you may remove that die. Now, think about that. Your opponent's played a 4-cost weapon, let's say, because there is stuff in here that has that. You then get to draw 4 cards with your special and remove that die. That seems to me like, situationally, that could be really strong. I do actually quite like that one. It's got 2 specials, so that's quite nice. Z95 Headhunter, generic support vehicle. It's got 1 damage, it's got 2 damage, it's got 3 damage, it's got a resource. It's got 2 blanks, but yeah, it's only cost 2. It could be quite good. Chance Cube, it's got 3 blank faces. That immediately, you know, shouts out, warning, warning. It really is the Chance Cube of chanciness. 0 resources to play, okay, and the chances are you're going to get 1, 2 or 3 resources. However, it's an upgrade. You've got to put it on a character, and when you activate the attached character, you've got to pay a resource just to use it. So there's only actually a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to get a benefit out of it each time. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like 1 in 3 chance of actually getting a slight benefit out of it. Nah. Shoto Lightsaber. Okay, it's a blue weapon upgrade, obviously melee weapon. After you activate attached character, if it has another blue weapon, you may give it a shield or remove 1 shield from a character. So, you know, you're dual wielding lightsabers, as you do. Dual wielding 2 Shoto lightsabers. When you activate the character, you can either gain yourself 2 shields or remove two shields from 1 or 2 other characters. I quite like that. Obviously melee heavy. It's got 2 plus faces, which isn't as good, but it only costs 2. Yeah, quite like that one. Electro Staff, red neutral. The resource cost of attached character's character dice modified by this die is decreased by 1. You get a character die that requires resources to use its faces. This is the card that you want. Okay, it basically reduces the cost of everything, but just the standalone ability without having to activate it is I think really nice. How many times have you played a game of this where you could kill someone off if you just had one more resource? This is the guy that was going to allow you to use that. And this one is a weapons cache. It's a support. You get the special on it. You can play a weapon from your hand, decreasing its cost by 2. Really nice in a weapons heavy deck. You've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting the special each turn. I think that's pretty good. There's the dice that go with them. These are the cards. Hope you've enjoyed that. It should be in a bit faster than the last time where I actually opened the boosters in front of you. But I just thought I'd give it a different go this time and see if you like that better. Please let me know in the comments. This is Carl from Comic Culture and the Game Store saying thanks for watching, and I suppose I should say may the force be with you, if that's not too cheesy. Okay, bye.